I'm really glad you came. Like, seriously. I didn't know if you actually would. Because the way I texted you was kind of weird, and I know I don't usually sound like that, but I needed to see you. I don't even know why it felt that urgent, it just did. And when something feels that heavy in my chest, I don't know. I follow it, I guess. And I know we always walk around here like it's nothing, like it's just our little routine or whatever. But today it feels different. The air feels different. You feel different. Or maybe I'm the one who's different. I don't know. I've been thinking so much lately, like nonstop. And it's been messing with me to the point where I couldn't just keep it inside anymore. I was literally pacing in my room before I called you, telling myself, just say it, just say it. And then when you picked up, I literally forgot everything I rehearsed and ended up saying the first stupid thing that came to my head. But you still came, and I don't know, it means more than I can explain. And now that we're actually here, walking like always, it's like the words keep getting stuck in my throat. And I don't want to ruin the moment or make things weird, but I know I can't keep avoiding it either. I know you can tell something's up. You're not dumb. You always notice when I'm off. I need a second, okay? I promise I'll tell you. I promise I'm not dragging you out here for nothing. I want to start from the right place. And I don't even know what the right place is yet. But yeah, just stay with me for a bit. And I'll get to it. I will. I promise. Okay, fine. I'll just start talking and hope it makes sense, because if I keep waiting for the perfect moment, I'm gonna end up saying nothing at all. So, it's about my friends, or I guess the people I used to call my friends, because honestly, I don't even know what to call them anymore. And I know you told me before, you told me so many times that they weren't good for me, and I kept brushing it off like, no, they're fine, they're just dramatic or whatever. And I swear I wasn't lying. I really thought that's just how friendships worked. But lately, it's been getting so ugly, like this gross kind of negativity that just follows them around everywhere they go. And I kept pretending I didn't see it because it was easier. But then I started noticing how they talk about everyone, like everyone, teachers, classmates, strangers, literally people they don't even know. And the way they talk is so mean, like so casually cruel. And it made my stomach twist every time, but I kept telling myself I was overreacting, except I wasn't. And the worst part is that I could feel myself changing because of them, like absorbing all that bad energy without meaning to. And it made me feel gross inside. And I know you tried to warn me, and I hate that you were right. I hate that I didn't listen sooner. And I hate that I stayed around people who made me feel small and drained and fake. But I don't want to see it before. I didn't want to admit it. And now that I am admitting it, it's like everything is hitting me at once, and I don't know what to do with all these thoughts. And the thing is, it didn't stop there. Like, once I actually let myself look at them for who they are, it got worse. Way worse. Because suddenly I couldn't unsee it. Every time they opened their mouths, it was just more gossip, more judgment, more tearing people down just to make themselves feel bigger. And I swear it felt like the air around them was toxic or something. Like every time I stood with them, I felt this heaviness in my chest. Like I wasn't supposed to be there. Like I was shrinking into someone I didn't even like. And I kept thinking, why am I forcing myself to stay around people who make me feel like this? Like, why am I letting myself get dragged into conversations that make me feel sick? And it's not even just the mean stuff. It's the way they enjoy it. The way they laugh about things that would literally make me cry if someone said them about me. And I started realizing that every time I walked away from them, every time I came here to meet you instead, I felt lighter. Like I could breathe again. Like I could actually be myself without worrying I'd be the next person they talked about the second I left. And it made me wonder why I never noticed it before. Why I stayed around people who drained every bit of good energy out of me. And I know it sounds dramatic, but it's true. I believe in energy, okay? Like vibes. And I swear theirs felt rotten lately. It felt wrong. And being around them started making me anxious and sad for no reason. And the more time I spent away from them, the more I realized how bad it really was. And honestly, I don't think I can go back to pretending everything's fine with them. Not anymore. I don't know. I just started thinking about everything. Like, actually thinking. Not just brushing stuff off the way I usually do. And it hit me how long I've been ignoring myself. Like, every time something felt wrong, I just pretend it didn't. Because I didn't want to deal with the fallout or the drama or the whole, why are you being so sensitive thing? And I didn't realize how much that was eating at me until recently. And it made me ask myself these questions I've never asked before. Like, when am I actually happy? Like, genuinely happy? And when am I just pretending? And it sounds stupid, but the answers were so obvious, and I don't know how I missed them. I'm happiest when I'm with people who make me feel safe, who make me feel wanted, who don't make me feel like I have to perform or impress or prove myself. And I'm saddest when I'm around negativity and gossip and that weird, heavy tension that always shows up when I'm with them. It's like the universe keeps throwing signs at me, and I kept ignoring them. And I know I sound like some girl who believes in crystals and tarot cards or whatever, but I really do believe in energy. Like, energy doesn't lie. And theirs has been giving me this awful feeling for so long. And I told myself it was just me being dramatic, but now I'm starting to think I wasn't wrong at all. I just didn't want to accept that the people around me were actually making me worse, making me smaller, making me unhappy. And the more I think about it, the more I realize I just want to surround myself with people who make me feel light and calm and loved. And that feeling, the one I've been looking for, it's never been with them. It's always been somewhere else. And honestly, I think you already know where. I guess that's why I've been rambling so much. Because all these things I'm saying, they're not just random thoughts. They're connected. They're leading somewhere. And I know you probably already sense it because you're not clueless. You never are. But I need to say it in order. Otherwise, I'm gonna explode or something. Like, when I tell you how they drain me, it's because I've been pretending it's normal for so long. And when I tell you I'm happiest away from them, it's because I finally realized what that actually means. Like, what it implies. And I know you're probably thinking, okay, but what does that have to do with me? And I get it because from your perspective, it probably sounds like I'm just venting. But I'm not. I'm really, really not. I'm trying to explain why I'm here right now, why I called you, why I feel this pressure in my chest like I have to get all of this out before I lose my nerve. And I know I'm talking a mile a minute. I know it probably sounds messy, but it's messy inside my head too. I just need you to hear me out for a second. because all these realizations about them, they're tied to realizations about me and you and us. And I hate how long it took me to understand something that feels so obvious now. And I hate that I let so much time pass without saying anything. But I promise I'm not just dumping problems on you. I'm building up to something. Something I should have said sooner. I just need you to let me get there. Okay, here it is. The thing I've been circling around this whole time. And I'm kind of terrified to say it, not because I don't mean it, but because once I say it, everything changes. And I guess I'm scared, but also relieved, because I can't keep holding it in. So, I betrayed them. Like, actually betrayed them. I know that sounds dramatic, but that's what it was. I told them I'd always have their backs. I told them I'd never leave them. I told them we'd be this unbreakable group or whatever. And today, I just stopped. I just snapped. And I walked away. I told them I was done, that I didn't want anything to do with them anymore. And they were all staring at me like I'd lost my mind. But I didn't care. I couldn't care. Not after everything I realized. Not after everything they said. And I know you probably think I'm exaggerating or overreacting, and maybe I am, but I don't care. I reached this point where staying with them felt like lying to myself, like suffocating, and I couldn't do it anymore. And the craziest part is, I didn't walk away from some random drama. I walked away because of something they said. Something about you. Something that made my blood boil so hard I couldn't even pretend to stay calm. And I know you're probably confused, but I swear I'll explain everything. I just needed to say this part first, because this moment, this choice, it wasn't random. It was about something real, something important, something I feel way too strongly about. I know you probably don't believe me. Like, I can already imagine the look you'd make if you were actually talking right now. That sort of surprised but also worried expression you get whenever I say something dramatic. But I swear I'm not exaggerating. I swear I'm not just being emotional or impulsive or whatever people assume about girls when they finally stand up for themselves. I meant what I said. I walked away from them. For real. And I get why you wouldn't believe me, because for so long I kept defending them and insisting they weren't that bad and telling you were overreacting. And honestly, I kind of hate myself for that, because you were right. You were right about everything. And the thing that pushed me over the edge wasn't even the gossip or the negativity or the fake smiles they always give people, even though that stuff was already rotting me from the inside. It was the way they talked about you. Like, they thought they had the right to judge you, to label you, to twist you into some kind of monster just because, I don't even know, because they felt like it, because it made them feel superior, because they were bored. And when they said it, when they said I shouldn't date you, when they said you were like some sort of demon or bad energy or some curse waiting to ruin my life, I just froze. Like, my whole body just stopped moving and I couldn't breathe for a second because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And they didn't stop. They kept going, kept piling on these stupid, cruel comments that didn't even make sense. And I remember feeling this anger inside me, like something was clawing its way out of my chest. And before I even realized what I was doing, I just turned around and told them to go to hell. Literally, I told them I was done, that I wasn't going to talk to them ever again, that they were losers and cowards, and I didn't want people like that in my life. And I didn't even regret it for a second. Not even now. And I know I sound angry right now, and maybe I am, but it's not the kind of anger that fades after an hour. It's deeper. It's like this clarity I've never felt before. Like I finally saw them for who they really are, and I couldn't unsee it, but honestly, it scared me because I always thought I was someone who needed a group, someone who needed people around me to feel like I belonged. But when they said those things about you, when they looked me in the eye and acted like their opinions were facts and like they had the authority to tell me who I should or shouldn't care about, something just snapped. Like, actually snapped. Because they don't know you. They don't know anything about you. They don't know how gentle you are, or how patient, or how you listen to me even when I'm rambling like an idiot, or how you somehow make me feel safe without even trying. And I think that's why it hurts so much, because they didn't just insult you, they insulted the version of me that exists when I'm with you, the version of me that I actually like. And when I realized that, I couldn't stay quiet anymore. I told them everything I'd been swallowing for months, maybe years, and it all just spilled out. How fake they are, how cruel they've become, how draining their presence is, how I've been lying to myself just to keep some sense of friendship that wasn't even real. And I swear, the moment the words left my mouth, I felt lighter. Even while they yelled back, even while they acted like I was the villain, I felt free. And maybe I should feel guilty, maybe I should feel bad, but I don't. Because for the first time in forever, I chose myself. And I chose someone who actually matters to me. And I don't care if that makes me the bad guy to them. And now I'm here with you. And everything in my head feels like it's spiraling, but also settling at the same time. Like chaos and peace are fighting each other, and somehow both are winning. Because, yeah, they're probably already spreading rumors. That's what they do. That's literally their entire personality at this point. Just gossip and lies and twisting everything so they don't have to look at their own flaws. And normally that would terrify me. I would be freaking out, panicking about what people are saying about me, or what they'll think, or whether I'll be judged at school tomorrow. But I don't know. Something feels different. I don't care the way I used to. I don't feel scared of their voices anymore because I realized something today. Rumors only matter when you give them power, when you let them get inside your head, when you let them define you. And I don't want to live like that. I don't want to keep feeding negativity with my fear. And yeah, maybe tomorrow people will look at me weird or whisper things when I walk by, but honestly, none of that matters to me the way it used to, because I'm finally choosing what feels right, not what looks right. And being here, talking to you, telling you all of this, it feels right. Like, actually right. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And all that other noise can just fade away for all I care. And maybe that makes me reckless or naive or whatever. But I'm done letting other people decide what's good for me. I'm done letting people with ugly hearts tell me who I can love or who I should stay away from. And now I'm here, with you. And everything in my head feels like it's spiraling, but also settling at the same time. Like chaos and peace are fighting each other, and somehow both are winning. Because, yeah, they're probably already spreading rumors. That's what they do. That's literally their entire personality at this point. Just gossip and lies and twisting everything so they don't have to look at their own flaws. And normally that would terrify me. I would be freaking out, panicking about what people are saying about me or what they'll think or whether I'll be judged at school tomorrow. But I don't know. Something feels different. I don't care the way I used to. I don't feel scared of their voices anymore. Because I realized something today. Rumors only matter when you give them power, when you let them get inside your head, when you let them define you. And I don't want to live like that. I don't want to keep feeding negativity with my fear. And yeah, maybe tomorrow people will look at me weird or whisper things when I walk by, but honestly, none of that matters to me the way it used to, because I'm finally choosing what feels right, not what looks right. And being here, talking to you, telling you all of this, it feels right. Like, actually right. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be, and all that other noise can just fade away for all I care. And maybe that makes me reckless or naive or whatever, but I'm done letting other people decide what's good for me. I'm done letting people with ugly hearts tell me who I can love or who I should stay away from. I'm done shrinking myself just to fit into a group that never cared about me in the first place. And if choosing you means losing them, then fine. I'll lose them 1,000 times over before I ever let myself lose this. Lose you. I just keep thinking about everything, like everything all at once. The rumors, the fallout, the way they looked at me when I walked away, the shock, the anger, the disbelief. And honestly, I thought it would tear me apart or make me panic or make me regret what I said, but I don't. Not even a little. It's like the more I replay it, the more I realize how fake everything has been for so long. How much energy I wasted trying to impress or fit into a group that didn't even see me. Not really. And I think that's why I'm not scared now. Like, normally I would be shaking, spiraling, checking my phone every 5 seconds to see what people are posting or what they're whispering, but now it all feels small, like background noise, like something that only has power if I let it. And I'm not letting it anymore because for the first time I'm actually listening to myself. Not them, not their opinions, not their ugly little comments that have been in my head for years. And I know tomorrow might be messy. I know people will talk. I know they'll twist the story so they don't look like the villains. But I honestly don't care. Because this moment, right now, being here, telling you all of this, it feels like the first honest thing I've done in a long time. And I'm tired of being scared of people who don't matter. I'm tired of shrinking every time someone rolls their eyes or makes some comment behind my back. I'm tired of pretend. I just keep thinking about everything. Like everything all at once. The rumors, the fallout, the way they looked at me when I walked away, the shock, the anger, the disbelief. And honestly, I thought it would tear me apart or make me panic or make me regret what I said. But I don't. Not even a little. It's like the more I replay it, the more I realize how fake everything has been for so long. How much energy I wasted trying to impress or fit into a group that didn't even see me. Not really. And I think that's why I'm not scared now. Like, normally, I would be shaking, spiraling, checking my phone every 5 seconds to see what people are posting or what they're whispering. But now it all feels small, like background noise, like something that only has power if I let it. And I'm not letting it anymore, because for the first time, I'm actually listening to myself. Not them, not their opinions, not their ugly little comments that have been in my head for years. And I know tomorrow might be messy. I know people will talk. I know they'll twist the story so they don't look like the villains. But I honestly don't care. Because this moment, right now, being here, telling you all of this, it feels like the first honest thing I've done in a long time. And I'm tired of being scared of people who don't matter. I'm tired of shrinking every time someone rolls their eyes or makes some comment behind my back. I'm tired of pretending that their approval means something when it never actually made me happy. And when I look at you, when I think about you, I realize how much peace I feel just being around you, how much clarity I get from just talking to you, how much lighter my chest feels when I'm with you instead of them. And it makes everything else feel so stupid. Like, why did I waste so much time being afraid of losing people who never cared if I stayed? And why did I not see what was right in front of me this whole time? And I know I sound like I'm dramatizing everything, but I swear I'm not. This is the first time I've actually felt sure of something, sure of myself. And what I want is you. And I'm not saying that because I'm overwhelmed or emotional, or because I just cut ties with people who were holding me back. I'm saying it because it's the truth I've been running from for way too long. I choose you. I choose this, whatever we are, whatever we're becoming. I choose the way you make me feel safe when I'm falling apart. The way you look at me like you actually see me. The way you listen to me, even when I'm rambling or confused or trying to pretend I'm fine. I choose the peace I feel around you, the warmth, the comfort, the stupid butterflies I get whenever I know I'm gonna see you. I choose the version of me that exists when I'm with you, the girl who isn't drained or anxious or pretending, the girl who actually feels happy. And it's crazy because I spent so long trying to be the girl my friends expected me to be, the girl who fit into their stupid aesthetic, their stupid drama, their stupid idea of who I should like or who I should avoid. And none of that ever made me feel the way you do. None of it ever came close. And yeah, maybe I should have said this sooner. Maybe it should have been obvious. Maybe I shouldn't have waited until everything blew up for me to finally admit it. But I can't change that now. All I can do is be honest. Finally honest. And the truth is, I don't care about anything they said. I don't care about what they think. I don't care about any of the noise. I just care about you, about us, about the possibility of something real, something good, something that actually makes sense for once. And if choosing you means letting go of everything else, then good. Let it go. And I know you're probably sitting there in your head wondering what this means, like what happens now. And honestly, I've been wondering the same thing because stepping away from them felt like stepping off a cliff, like jumping without knowing where I'll land. But the weird part is, I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of what comes next. Not when I'm thinking about it with you in the picture. Because when I imagine my life without all that noise, without their negativity, without constantly apologizing for who I am or censoring myself so I don't become the next topic in their little gossip sessions, everything feels clearer, simpler, softer, like life might actually be something peaceful if I let it. And being with you, or even just being around you, makes me realize it's possible. Like, actually possible to have someone who brings good energy instead of bad, someone who makes me feel grounded instead of overwhelmed, someone who makes me feel safe instead of judged. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm telling you everything. Because choosing myself also meant choosing the people who make me feel alive. And you're one of them. Maybe the most important one. And I don't care if that sounds dramatic or too much or whatever. I'm done pretending I don't feel the things I feel. And if this is the start of something real, something that matters, then I don't ever want to go back to the way things were. I don't want to waste another second with people who make me feel small when there's someone right here who makes me feel like I matter, like I'm enough. And I know this is a lot. I know it's heavy, but it's real, and I'm not running from it anymore. And the more I talk, the more I realize just how long I've been holding all this in. Like, every word feels like it's been sitting in my chest for months, waiting to finally be let out. And it's crazy because once I actually said it aloud, once I admitted to myself how much you mean to me, everything else started making sense. Like, all the confusion, all the heaviness, all the weird emotions I kept brushing off, it all clicked into place the second I let myself say the truth. That I want you, that I want us. And I don't mean in some casual, temporary way. I mean like really want. Like, I want to be with you, I want to build things with you, I want to make memories with you, stupid little moments and big ones too. I want the comfort and the excitement and all the messy, beautiful parts that come with choosing someone. And I don't care how dramatic that sounds, because it's true. And I swear, the thought of not having you in my life feels so wrong now. Like, I can't even imagine going back to how things were before, pretending I didn't feel this, pretending I didn't crave the way you make everything calmer and brighter at the same time. I want the kind of future that feels warm and soft and stable, the kind of future where I don't have to question whether I'm wanted or appreciated or understood. And when I imagine that, when I picture that kind of life, you're there, every time, in every version. And it scares me how easy that image comes, how natural it feels, but it also makes me feel so safe, I guess. Like, choosing you is the opposite of danger. It's the opposite of chaos. It's the one choice that feels like it leads somewhere good, somewhere real. And yeah, maybe I sound like I'm getting ahead of myself, but I don't care. I want forever with you, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't. But with all of that, with everything I'm finally saying out loud, there's this tiny ache in my chest that I can't ignore. This little sting of regret that keeps whispering about all the time we lost, all the moments when I could have said something but didn't, all those days where I felt something and pushed it down because I was scared of what people would think, or scared of changing things, or scared of ruining the dynamic we had. And it hurts, honestly. It hurts thinking about how close we were to this, and yet how far I kept us because I was too stubborn or too blind or too wrapped up in the wrong people and the wrong priorities. And I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry for not telling you sooner, for not trusting myself, for letting other voices get louder than my own, for wasting time trying to please people who didn't deserve it while ignoring the person who actually made me feel whole. And I hate that I let myself be influenced for so long, that I let their negativity cloud my judgment, that I let their opinions matter more than my own happiness. And maybe I should forgive myself. Maybe it's not as big of a deal as I'm making it, but I can't help it. I can't shake the feeling that we could have had more if I had just been brave earlier, that maybe we missed moments that could have been beautiful. But even with all that regret, even with that little ache that won't completely go away, there's something stronger underneath it, something warm, something steady, this feeling that maybe it doesn't matter how long it took, maybe it doesn't matter how messy the path was, maybe all that matters is that we finally reached this point,
that we're here now without all the noise, without all the distractions, without anyone else's opinions clouding things. Just you and me, talking, being honest, being real for the first time in what feels like forever. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that maybe the time we lost wasn't really lost at all. Maybe it was necessary. Maybe I needed to outgrow them. Maybe I needed to outgrow who I was around them. Maybe I needed to learn the difference between fake comfort and real peace. Maybe I needed all of that to finally understand how much you matter to me, how much this matters. And when I look at it like that, suddenly the regret isn't as heavy. Suddenly it feels like everything happened exactly when it was supposed to. Like we're not late, we're right on time. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. Because whatever happens next, whatever we build from here, it's finally coming from a real place. A place where I'm not scared or confused or influenced or held back. A place where I know exactly what I want. And I want you. I want us. I want whatever comes next, even if it's messy or scary or uncertain, because at least now we're choosing it together. And honestly, that's enough for me. More than enough.
It's strange, Now that everything's out, now that I've said all of this and I'm not hiding behind excuses or distractions or pretending I'm fine, I feel this weird mix of calm and excitement buzzing under my skin. Like suddenly the world feels different, softer somehow. Like the air around us changed the second I chose you. And I keep thinking about what happens now, what comes next. And it doesn't scare me the way change usually does. It feels good. Like for once, the next step in my life is something I'm actually looking forward to instead of something I'm bracing myself for. And I keep imagining all these little things, like stupid little moments we could have. Walking home together after school, studying together even though we'll probably just end up talking the whole time. Movie nights where I steal the blanket and pretend it's accidental. Sitting with you during lunch without worrying about who's watching. Just being around you without feeling like I have to hide it. And there's something so warm about that. Something so grounding. Because for the first time in forever, I'm choosing someone who actually makes me feel like myself. And I don't care if people have opinions or if they whisper or if they stare. I really don't. I'm done living my life based on what other people expect. I want something real, something stable, something good. And you feel like all of those things at once. Like this quiet anchor I didn't even know I needed until now. And it makes everything else fade. All the drama, all the noise, all the leftover guilt. It all feels small compared to this feeling in my chest. This feeling that maybe, just maybe, this is the start of something beautiful. Something that actually matters. And maybe this is silly. Maybe it's too soon to say it. But I don't care because it's been sitting in my heart for so long and I finally feel brave enough to let it out. I love you. I do. And I don't mean it lightly or carelessly or because I'm caught up in the moment. I mean it because everything about being with you feels right in this quiet, steady way that I can't ignore anymore. And I know that life is messy and people are unpredictable and relationships aren't perfect. But I also know that being with you feels like the safest decision I've ever made. Like, no matter how chaotic things get, you're the one person whose presence never overwhelms me. It calms me, it steadies me, and that's so rare. It's something I didn't even know I was allowed to feel. And I want to hold on to it. I want to hold on to you. I want to build something that isn't based on convenience or reputation or pressure, but on real connection, real softness, real honesty. I want dates and lazy afternoons and inside jokes and all those cheesy couple things people make fun of. I want the quiet moments where we don't even have to talk, just exist next to each other. I want the deep moments too, the vulnerable ones, the nights where we confess things we never told anyone else. I want a future that feels like home. And when I picture that, you're in it. Always. And I know that might sound dramatic or intense, but I've wasted too much time pretending I didn't feel this, and I'm not hiding it anymore. You're the one I want, the one I choose, the one I'm willing to fight for. And I guess the last thing I want to say before everything settles, before the moment becomes real instead of this huge emotional rush, is that I'm done looking back. I'm done regretting the time we didn't spend together or beating myself up over the decisions I didn't make earlier. Because, yeah, part of me still wishes I had realized everything sooner. Part of me wishes I had been brave enough to walk away from them earlier. Part of me wishes I hadn't wasted so much time making myself small for people who never deserved that version of me. But when I look at where we are now, when I think about how honest this moment feels, it's like all that regret starts melting into something softer, something that feels more like acceptance. Like maybe everything had to happen exactly the way it did for me to grow into someone who could choose you this clearly, this surely, this wholeheartedly. And I'm not scared anymore. I'm not doubting myself. I'm not wondering if I made the wrong decision, because you feel like the right one. You feel like the path I should have taken all along, the one I didn't know how to find until now. And I don't want to waste another second being controlled by people who never cared about my happiness. I want to build something new, something peaceful, something honest, with you. And I know the world might not understand it. I know people might talk or judge or twist the story, but none of that matters. Because when I'm with you, I feel like everything finally makes sense. Like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I don't want to be anywhere else. And I guess this is the part where everything finally settles, where all the talking and confessing and spiraling and overthinking melts into something quieter, something softer, something real. Because after everything I've said, after everything I've admitted, and everything I've let myself feel, there's only one thing left, and it's that I'm not going anywhere. I'm choosing this, choosing you, choosing us, and I'm doing it without fear, without hesitation, without letting anyone else's voice drown out my own ever again. And it feels good, like genuinely good, to finally let my heart breathe after holding it so tightly for so long. And I know the world isn't suddenly going to become perfect. I know people might talk. I know things might get messy or confusing at times. But honestly, I don't care, because I've already faced the hardest part. I walked away from the people who made me feel small. I let go of the version of myself that lived for their approval. I finally admitted what I've been feeling for so long. And now all that's left is this warm, steady certainty in my chest that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I want to stay here. I want to stay with you. Through everything. Through the good days and the bad ones and the boring, ordinary ones too. I want to build something that lasts. something that feels safe and gentle and honest, something that feels like home. And whenever I imagine that, whenever I picture the future in even the smallest ways, you're always in it. And I don't even have to force the image. It just appears on its own, like my heart already decided long before my words caught up. And maybe that's cheesy, maybe that's too much, but I don't care, because this is real. This is mine, and I'm finally letting myself have it. So, yeah, I'm here. I'm staying, and I'm not leaving. Not now, not later, not ever. Because I choose you. And I'll keep choosing you. Again and again, for as long as you'll let me.